You may be seated. I was blessed to come across a quote that has become a favorite of mine by a man by the name of Eden Philpotts. And Eden Philpotts said this. He said that the universe is full of magical things, patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. In other words, the universe is filled with all kinds of mysteries, all kinds of wonderful mysteries that are just waiting to be discovered. Every day, it seems, we're finding new discoveries and things about our planet and about our world that we never knew before. Things that were always there, but they were waiting for us to become intelligent enough or inquisitive enough or intuitive enough to unlock them. And all these mysteries are unlocked for us as we study the arts, as we study technology, as we study medicine, technology. All of these great, wonderful things that were always there are unlocked for us as we begin to study these various arts. These things that were waiting for us to write questions, for us to ask the right questions so that we then can get the right answers. Let me submit this to you. For example, when I was a young boy, there used to be a show on television called In Search Of. It's called In Search Of. And there would be a team of scientists and doctors and explorers who would go to the outermost, farthest regions of the world, the darkest, deepest parts of the planet. They would go to the depths of the ocean. They would go to the highest mountains. They would go to the deepest, darkest regions of the tropical jungles. And they would go out there to find all kinds of creatures, all kinds of lost civilizations, all sorts of strange and mighty things that were out there. And they would bring back pictures and photos and evidence of all these things that existed in our world that we didn't even know were there. They became inquisitive enough to go out there and find them. And we were fascinated because we saw things and we felt things and we saw plant life and sea life and all sorts of things that always existed among us. We just didn't know that they were there. I think this, ladies and gentlemen, that the same thing that is true about our universe and that is true about our world is also true about every one of us individually. That when God created you, He created in you untapped resources, untapped talent, resources, gifts, abilities that are lying down in you. That when God created each and every one of you, that He put things down in you that is waiting like diamonds in a diamond mine, waiting to be pulled out of you. These are not things that have to be put there later. These are things that you were born with, that you were created with. That when the God of heaven created you, He put so many marvelous things down in you that you could be 20, 30, 40 years old. You could spend your lifetime just trying to discover the things that God has put down in you. That the things, the abilities, the gifts that are down in you are like diamonds in a minefield, or diamonds in a mountain, waiting for the right circumstances, waiting for you to become inquisitive enough and intelligent enough and intuitive enough to pull out of you what's down in you. Look at somebody and say, pull it out. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, on this morning that the world has not seen the best of you yet. I'm telling you, you may have done some things, you may have created some things, might have accomplished some things, but the world has not seen the best of you yet. I come to tell somebody, you have not written your best book yet. You have not sung your best song yet. You have not preached your best message yet. You have not danced your best dance yet. I don't care what you've accomplished already. Look at somebody and say, you haven't seen the best of me yet. Young people, listen to me. This is why we encourage you to go to school. This is why we encourage you to seek higher education. This is why even after you get out of school, we encourage you to continue to learn and to study. Because for the things that God has down in you, you need to be in the right environment. You need to be in the right situation so that the greatness that is down in you can be pulled out of you. The Bible says this, that if you do this, listen to me, if you do this, if you discover your gift, if you discover it, and if you nurture it, and if you develop it, your gift, your talent will literally make room for you. The Bible says that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. In other words, your gift will create literally rooms, opportunities. It will create a job for you where there was no job. You're not going to talk to me. It'll create a position for you where there was no position. It push on somebody and say, make some room in here. Your gift, your talent, it's important. What's in you is so powerful that if you pull it out of you, it will literally create an opportunity for you. It will create space for you. They didn't need that thing before you showed up, but now that you showed up, they can't live without it because your gift will make room for you. I'm going to say this to you, it's going to get on somebody's nerves. People don't hire you because you need a job. People don't hire you to improve your situation. When you go for a job, they don't hire you because you need a job. They don't hire you. You can't go to a job interview and they say, Mr. Jones, why do you want this job? You can't go in and say, I need this job because I got to pay my mortgage and I got to pay my car payment and I got to pay my cell phone bill. That doesn't motivate people to give you a job. What motivates people to give you a job or an opportunity is when they recognize that what's in you will improve their organization. This is why it's important that you find out who you are and what you bring to the table. You need to walk into that job interview and say, sir, my name is Mr. Jones, and if you give me this job, I will increase your bottom line by 20%. If you give me this job, I will take your organization to the next level. If you give me this job, I will make sure that your customer satisfaction will go through the roof. Sir, I don't need you, you need me. Look at somebody and say, you need me. You may not realize it right now. You may not understand it. You may not agree with it, but baby, you need me. You need me. If you bring me on your team, I'm going to take you to the next level. Listen, I don't know this for sure, but I believe this is what Beyonce meant when she told Jay-Z, listen, you need me to upgrade you. You got a little bit of money and a little bit of status, but let me tell you something. If you bring me on your team, I will upgrade you. I'll take you to the next level. You're going to look better if you bring me on this team. You're going to look better if you bring me on your side. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk. Look at somebody and say it's time for an upgrade.